list of do's and don'ts when it comes to buying and eating seafood can be overwhelming. Here to simplify it for us is Shira Bocar, Deputy Food Editor at Whole Living Magazine. Shira, a lot of people not only are concerned about the health of eating seafood and some of the mercury and other things that we find, but also this idea of sustainable seafood. So let's break it down. What does sustainable seafood really mean?
Sustainable seafood is seafood that's raised and farmed and harvested in ways that are healthy for the species, so no overfishing, and also healthy for the environment that the species live in. So we don't want to, get a lot of byproduct by trolling the ocean floors with nets. We want to be as minimally disruptive to the environment and the ocean as possible.
So what things can people keep in mind before they go to the fish market the next time so that they're aware of what seafood is caught or I guess caught in that way?
I think a great start is to download the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood app. It's a sustainable list that changes. It's updated, I think, weekly because the list of endangered seafood changes weekly also. And that's just a great way you can just very quickly enter in the fish that you're considering, and it'll show you if that's a good choice, if there are better choices to be made, and it also has great substitution offers.
And so you mentioned that this list is growing. What should people really be aware of what's going on in the industry right now?
I think people should definitely be aware of the fish that are in the most dire endangered lists, and make sure that you're not purchasing those at the grocery store, you're not purchasing those when you're going out to eat, and really try to respect the movement to get those fish and their environments in better working order. Another great way just to shop for seafood is to go to a store that has high turnover. So you want to make sure that their stock is fresh. Talk to your seafood guy, and ask to smell things. It may seem strange and like you're being a difficult customer, but you have the right to know what you're buying.
Right. And in addition to the sort of sustainable aspect of it, a lot of people are concerned with the health aspect of some fish. What should people really be thinking of there?
Well, for fish, I think the mercury question is on a lot of people's minds. So, for instance, something like sardines, which has a relatively short lifespan, and because of it has a short life cycle, it's not picking up as many toxins. So that's a great alternative. Also, catching things that are wild. Generally speaking, wild caught fish are going to be better for you and better for the planet than farmed.
Okay, and I know with salmon especially, a lot of people hear about the debate on the farmed or wild.
Farmed versus wild. The fishing industry has really responded to this consumer need for every fish all the time. Not all farm fish is bad for the environment and bad for the planet. A lot of fish that has been frozen previously, people would maybe think that's not the best, but if it, for instance, barramundi, which is native to Australia, they've now started farming that pretty successfully in Western Massachusetts. So, if you're getting a fillet that's frozen, that means that it was actually frozen fresh on the boat, and it's a little bit fresher for you.
So what about the cost of eating sustainable seafood? Is it a lot more than, say, what we're buying in those supermarkets or perhaps the local fish market?
Definitely in some cases it will be a little bit more costly, but think of it as making an investment in your ocean.
And to make it easier for people, I understand there's actually an eco-friendly label that people can look for when they're buying seafood.
Absolutely. You want to look for the Marine Stewardship Council label. And that means that the fish was raised and harvested in a sustainable way.
All right, Shira Bocar, thank you so much.
Thanks.